This is one of the better examples of a regatta trophy that we have in the collection, especially for the women's race. It's very unique. It's got a very Art Deco styling. For a race that was only happening one race every year, it's quite an impressive trophy. It really encompasses so much for our history as women in sport. Hi, my name is Maureen Peters, and I'm the Curator of History at the Rooms, and today I'm going to take you inside the vault. Come on in. This is a trophy from an early regatta race that featured women. Women weren't allowed to row in regatta until 1949, and then they didn't have a championship until 1979. They only run one exhibition race a year during that time period of women's races. So on this trophy, we had inscribed on it the race, which is the 1955 Ladies Service Race in St. John's, Newfoundland, awarded to Mildred Turnbull. Mildred was from Labrador, from Frenchman's Island, and her family were a migratory fishing family. And eventually her entire family moved to St. John's. So Mildred and her sister are both on the Fort Petrel women's rowing team. And according to her sister I spoke to last week, she was just that type of personality that would put themselves out there to be able to join a regatta team. And I don't know how much experience she had with rowing. She grew up on an island off the coast of Labrador, so she probably had some experience on boats, and just a fearless individual who had a really interesting life. I think about representation in women's sports in Newfoundland, Labrador, and really across the world, because we weren't able to run in marathons, women weren't allowed to partake in a lot of male-dominated sports. And now, of course, the regatta is dominated by women's races. So things have changed. Mildred Turnbull married an American serviceman. Eventually she resettled to the States, and she passed away in Colorado. After she passed away, her sister found this in her belongings and was coming to Newfoundland from British Columbia on vacation and brought it down to us. So for us, this is a fantastic example of early women's sporting in Newfoundland and Labrador. This artifact is able to encompass so much of our history and so much importance, and so much of we have women's movement in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it just tells us a greater story about our history.